Hello, hello, hello. Well, hello, Stella Virgin. Hello, 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 everyone who's joining. Oops, we're just having a little fun today, doing a makeup look for a video, just to keep my skills up, because I haven't been doing drag for a long, long time. Well, it seems like a long, long time to me. But no shows or anything tonight. Not for me. Still weird seeing me. You've seen me out of my mug. What are you talking about? What is she talking about? She's been in my house. You saw me in my freaking pajamas that time you came over, and I was sick. Only was I not in my mug. Yes, that's my good Judy, Stella Virgin. Stella, are you doing the New Bar Superstar tonight? Are you gonna try and get another title, girl? First things first is always to glue down these wretched brows. Did I say no? I don't want to do it. Just want to stay in bed. Yes, I will be, though. Well, you know Samantha's going to need you, so you really don't have a choice. Yeah? Oh, what is that? So I'm in the process of gluing my brows down. Most important thing, one of the most important things that I do for a drag look. I do not use my boy brows for drag. Oh, she chose one of your numbers. Interesting. Interesting. I want to try and get a smooth brow today. Like the past past few videos that I did, I was kind of lazy with the brows because I just wanted to get to the eye makeup. But I think I get a better eye makeup look if the brows are really covered nicely and smoothly. I haven't gotten my brows waxed or shaped in quite a few months now, too. So I'm way overdue for that. So I guess I must call my esthetician and make an appointment and try to get these tamed somehow. Because they're looking a little out of control. However, I have a pretty valid excuse for not keeping up on the brows. If you don't follow me on Facebook or YouTube, you wouldn't know that I was missing in action from drag and doing videos for quite a while because I was very ill. It turned out I had a heart condition and ended up having to have like a open heart surgery. That's lovely, right? And I had to have my aortic valve replaced. So that is why. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes, everyone, and the follows. I do appreciate it. Here in my little TikTok channel. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so interesting story is that I had gotten really sick. Well, maybe I should just tell the whole story, or at least a synopsis of it. Do I ever want to shave them off? Every day. But I would look like a freaking creature from another world in my everyday life if I shave them off. So that's why I refuse to shave them off. And I know some girls do, but that ain't me. When I'm having boy time, when I'm being a boy, I want to look all boy. I don't want to look at all, girlish. Stencil the ones you want. Oh, you mean stencil, shave them off and stencil the boy brows? No. Absolutely not. I refuse. Oh. So, no, it's like, I've gotten really my whole technique for gluing down the brows good enough, and it's fine. And I'm usually happy just using the glue stick, because then when I take, when I'm washing everything off, they just come off with warm water. It's so easy. Once in a blue moon, I use the Prosade cream, but don't really need it unless it's like really hot. Where are you from? I'm from Long Island. I'm a Long Island girl. I'm a modest Long Island housewife. But if you know anything about, housewives of Long Island, you'll know there's nothing nice about them. Anyway, we were going back to story time. Story time, story time. Um, so, this past June, I was supposed to have. Is it freezing there with a lot of snow? Oh, that's upstate New York right now. They got like 4.5 feet. We don't have any snow here, but it's very cold. It is very cold, but no snow yet. I'm sure we'll be seeing it eventually. So, anyway, back in June, I was supposed to be doing a ton of pride shows and events and things, and I basically only. You lived in upstate New York. Well, good thing you're not there right now, because you would be buried under snow. I was supposed to be doing in June all these pride shows and events, and I was hosting things, and it was like my schedule was full. It was so full. After, like, I think one of the very first things I did, which was the Pride Parade in Babylon, New York, and I was on the float for New Bar. That's a gay bar here on Long Island. It was a great day. And did a little show afterwards and everything. So it was really a lot of fun. The very next day after that, I had this weird thing happen that I never experienced before in my life. But when I went to the bathroom, number one, I was having this burning sensation. And I couldn't understand it. I didn't know how this could be happening. I thought maybe, I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought. And before anyone asks, because I had a rude comment on YouTube about this, the burning sensation from the number one, I got tested for absolutely every kind of STD possible, which I knew was going to be negative, because I'm with my husband now for like 20 years. And, we don't have that kind of relationship. And I mean, we're always together. I'm here like filming, and he's downstairs doing wigs. Master Shibu said it's time to harvest the brows. Yes. Harvest the brows. That sounds like something out of like Children of the Corn movie. Outlanders, bring us your women. I came in the room and the tea is getting this. Oh, Amanda, the tea is hot. Love the brows. Do you believe in Jesus? Jesus? I used to have a gardener named Jesus. So I guess I believe in Jesus. Anyway, so I was having this burning sensation. Waited like 2 days, finally went to the urgent mirror. You sent a mirror, thank you. Went to the urgent care, and, they said that I had a urinary tract infection. And flow stops, UTI. Well, we're getting there, user 8575. So the urgent care said that it was a UTI, and that I could have possibly have gotten it maybe from being dehydrated, because of when I did that the parade in Babylon. It was very hot, and like I purposely did not drink any water, because it was outside. There were really no bathrooms available, and I was in full drag and padding and everything, and I didn't want to have to deal with having to go to the bathroom with all that on. So I thought the thought was maybe I got it from being dehydrated. So so they gave me like some medication for it, and it started clearing it up, but it did not completely. So it required a second trip to the urgent care, and they gave me a different antibiotic, and that helped a little, but that still didn't really clear up. So then I think I went to a urologist, and he was not very good. He had said, "Oh, we're going to have to do a cystoscopy on you." If you don't know what a cystoscopy is, that's where they put a little camera in you through the urethra, and they look in the bladder and all this. And he had like scheduled it like for like a month down the road because nothing there gets scheduled quickly, I guess. I don't know. So I left there feeling like, great, nothing is, being taken care of. And a couple of days after seeing, hello, Newark, Ohio. A couple of days after I had been to that urologist, I get a call from CVS saying that a prescription has been filled for me, and I was like, what the heck? And then as soon as the call from CVS came, I got this other call from that urologist's office. What am I doing to my brows? I got to glue them down and make them invisible so I can draw new pretty girl brows. So I'm gluing them with glue stick. Old time drag queen trick. So that urologist's office, they said that I still had a UTI and needed antibiotics. So that was another third course of antibiotics. And it still really didn't clear it up. Meanwhile, my good friend Tom Cat recommended that I get myself health insurance because I didn't have any, and so I went on like the New York Health.gov, and I signed up, and I was eligible, and I got insurance. And what did they give you? All the different antibiotics that I had. I can't remember the names. The last one was Levaquin. So I got my. So I think it was So the bladder UTI infection started beginning of June, and then I got my insurance the very beginning of August. So as soon as I got it, yes, Tom Cat. As soon as I got the insurance, I made an appointment with a different urologist. This one out of Stony Brook, and he's still my urologist. This doctor, I told him everything that had happened, and he didn't even examine me. He just listened to what I said. This is how good he is. And as soon as I told him everything that had happened, he said, I know exactly what you have. He said, you don't have a urinary tract infection, or he said, you have something called prostatitis. Prostatitis? I think it's prostatitis. Prostatitis. It's an infection in the prostate. It can happen sometimes to a man. Drop my glue stick. Ooh, slippery little thing. Yeah, and he said that all the antibiotics that I had would have worked had I actually had a urinary tract infection. He said, but prostatitis, he said, that's an infection in the prostate. It's an organ, and it needs a much longer and stronger dose of antibiotics to get rid of it. So he like gave me like an antibiotic prescription for like, I think it was like for almost a month. He said, you know, it has to be treated aggressively in order to get rid of it, because everything that I'd been getting prior to that was like, you know, for a couple days or you know, maybe a week at most. And it just wasn't enough to clear up. Glue stick, not chapstick. You do not put this on the lips. Glue sticks. Fabio, I don't speak Italian. So, unfortunately, I would have to put that into Google Translate to see what you're saying. Does anyone speak Italian? Maybe they could translate that. Whatever Fabio said. I do love to hear Italian spoken. I am half Italian, but I really don't know anything except some curse words. So, okay, so that's what happened with the new urologist, where, you know, he gave me the prescription for Levaquin, and it was like a month-long prescription, and everything seemed to be clearing up. I used to go to drag shows. When you wear tights, how do you strap your blanket? Well, with my tights and padding and everything, you know, unfortunately, I'm a grower, not a shower, so I just sort of have to, you know, shove things back, and it's pretty much all I need. When I'm in drag, it's the most. Anything like pertaining below the belt has no interest for me whatsoever when I am in drag. So I just shove everything back, and that usually works for me. A lot of times I wear like A-line dresses with petticoats. So you're never gonna see anything. You know, I'm not a leotard wearing queen. That's not my shtick. All right, so getting back to my story. So yes, so the second urologist, he correctly diagnosed me with prostatitis and gave me the right antibiotics, and everything seemed to be going good. And now I was trying to figure out why I got the prostatitis, and as I said, I was tested for all STDs. I didn't have anything like that, because somebody was really rude on YouTube. It was like, oh, it's called chlamydia. And it's like, I know what chlamydia is, and I didn't have chlamydia. I was tested for everything, because they want to do that just to rule anything out. But I knew there were no STDs going on in me. I've been tested for absolutely everything, and I am it's all negative, okay? So I thought I was doing well, getting better. I was coming back to performing too, and I was actually supposed to be doing. Yes, I'm coming. It's a whole long story, Debbie Pickett. You will not. You need to hold on to your socks, girl. Let me tell you. So thought everything was going well. It was. I think it was like it was about mid-August. I was doing a show with my good Judy Ashley Jade at the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafe in Sayville, and the day before I was supposed to do that show, the weirdest thing started happening. When I would walk up the stairs in my home to up here in my bedroom, all of a sudden I was short of breath. I was like, and I was like, what the hell is that? What is going on? It just didn't make any sense. And it just didn't stop. Now that next day, that Saturday, thank you for all those likes. I was getting ready for my show with Ashley Jade, and I'm doing my makeup, same as like you see me doing now. But I was like breaking out into this like cold sweat, And I almost never sweat. And generally when I'm doing my makeup, I never sweat. Some girls I know, they have a problem. They're like, they're trying to like put on makeup, and it's like they're sweating, and like the makeup is coming off quicker than they can put it on. But I've never ever had a problem like that. So I didn't understand what was going on. So I got to the Shabby Tabby to do the show with my good friend Ashley Jade. I think it was like a back to school bingo kind of a show. I'm a crafter, and glue sticks come in handy now and then. But this is a new one. This is not a new idea. Drag queens have been gluing their brows down with this for decades. So it's not, if you ever watched RuPaul's Drag Race, you'll see them, gluing their brows down with glue stick. So went to the Shabby Tabby to do the show, and I just was feeling horrible, and I didn't know why. I didn't know what was going on, and but I managed to get through doing the show. The other thing was I had developed like this little bit of a cough in the weeks prior to that, and I sort of like lost my voice. I couldn't sing. I was like, it was the weirdest thing, because I'm known for being a singing drag queen, and I couldn't sing at my show at the Shabby Tabby. I had to like lip sync, and I did 2 numbers, and I couldn't even stand. I was having to hold on to a chair to like perform while I was lip syncing, and I did 2 numbers, and then I told Ashley Jade, I was like, girl, I can't perform again. I said, I'm okay to like sit and like call the bingo numbers and talk on the mic. I said, but I can't get up and perform again. And, she was like, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. She was like, I'll just do some extra numbers. And I was like, thank you, girl. Thank you. So that's what happened. And I've only been to 1 drag show, enjoyed the hell out of it. Oh, good. Yes, you have to go to more. You have to go to more, Susie. So I made it through somehow doing that show. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry. And my husband usually drops me off there, and he comes and picks me up. So he came to pick me up at the end of doing that show. And I just felt like I was dying. And my husband, he just was saying like, oh, I think you're probably just having an anxiety attack. You've just been so worried about, because you had the what you thought was the UTI. Actually, I thought it was a kidney stone at first, and then was told it was UTI, and then got the right diagnosis of prostatitis. And my husband was like, oh, you're probably just having anxiety, and it's probably just an anxiety attack. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think something's really wrong. So now the next morning, the story continues. Woke up, and I just knew something was not right. And like every time I climbed the stairs, I was like, and a few times when I laid down in bed and I went like too flat, all of a sudden I was like, I couldn't breathe. So that Sunday morning, I told my husband, I said, listen, something is really, really wrong. I said, I think I should go to the urgent care. He said, well, it's probably just an anxiety attack, but if it makes you feel better, go over there and let them listen to your heart or whatever, see what they think. So that's what I did. I went, as soon as the urgent care opened, I went over, and I told them what was going on, and the doctor said, let's just give you an EKG and see how your heart is doing. So they gave me an EKG, and as soon as they came out of the thing, the doctor looked at it, and he told me, he said, okay, a normal heart rate is 60 beats per minute, and yours right now is up to 182 beats per minute. You have to go to the emergency room right now. Right now. He said, do you want us to call an ambulance for you? And I was like, no. I said, now the urgent care is only about a half mile away from from my house, and I had driven myself there. Yes, very scary, Debbie. So I said, no, I said, I'm going to drive back home. And I'm going to have my husband drive me to the emergency. And the doctor was like, at the urgent care, said, well, okay, which hospital are you going to? I'm going to call ahead, tell them that you're coming, tell them they have to take you in immediately as soon as you get there. And he gave me the EKG to bring them. So I like immediately, came home. And while I was just on that way, which is only a minute because the place is so close, called my husband and said, listen, I'm coming home. You have to drive me to Stony Brook Emergency right now. And he was like, well, what's going on? What's going on? And I told him about, the doctor said my heart rate's up to 182 beats per minute, and they wanted to call an ambulance. So my husband, as soon as I got home, I went in passenger side, and my husband got in the driver's seat, and he drove me to Stony Brook. I got to the emergency, and as soon as I got there, because one positive thing about anything going on with your heart or chest is they don't make you wait. Anything to do where it's possibly the heart, like you could be having a heart attack, they take you in immediately. And that's exactly what they did. I didn't even have to sit in the waiting room. As soon as I got there, they whisked me right into the back, into like the examining rooms. First, they have you at the nurse's station, and they're checking blood pressure and everything, and then they immediately took me in to a treatment room, and all of a sudden it was like I had, it was like heart monitors being put on me, put on oxygen. There were like half a dozen like doctors and nurses all around me, trying to figure out what was going on, and they started doing all these tests and on me and everything, and that's when. Oh, do we need a little more glue? Yes, might as well. The doctor that was treating me there, the heart doctor, he said, your heart is in what's called, what are you doing to your eyebrows? Gluing down the brows to make new brows. He said, your heart is in what's called, yes, exactly, making them smooth. So thank you for saying it's flawless. I see many flaws, but thank you. So the doctor explained, he said, your heart is in what is called AFib. I think it's short for afibrillation. But normal heartbeat, yes, AFib. Normal heartbeat is like this. The heart, it sits in your body, and it goes like boom, 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 boom. That's the normal heartbeat. And that's what you're hearing is the pumping, boom, 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 boom. When your heart is in AFib, it's basically going like this. It's going like, it's not beating right. It's sort of like vibrating and not pumping right. Oh, your 14-year-old just had a heart transplant. Oh, well, I hope they're okay. So, and in addition to the AFib, the heart going like, he said, you also have a leaky aortic valve. It's just like, and like hearing all this, at once, you're just sort of like stunned. Oh, thank God, no rejection. It was like, it was a lot to take in. So they told me that what needed to be done was they had to do what's called an electroconversion on my heart. That's what they do when you're in AFib. And basically what they do is they put you to sleep. They put a wire down your esophagus to your heart, and they give the heart a shock, and it basically like reboots the heart so that the heart goes back into normal, boom, 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 boom. So they told me they were going to have to do that, and they were going to have to operate on me and replace the leaky valve. Now, I thought, initially, when I heard about the valve replacement, I have a friend who had to have it done, who had to have that same thing done, and they just went through an artery in the groin. That's what they call minimally invasive. But it turned out they couldn't do that with me. They had to. The heart surgeon said he has to go in through the chest. So what was I gonna do? It was either that or wasn't gonna be around much longer. So I was in. So they had to like run all these tests and all, and I think I went in on a Sunday, and I think it was Tuesday is when they did the electroconversion to reboot the heart, and it was horrible because your heart's in AFib, and they got to give you the propofol to like put you to sleep, but because it was an AFib, they didn't want to give me the propofol right away, because they have to first go in and look and make sure there's no clots. Because if there's clots and they do the AFib, it could give you a stroke and all that. So first they got to go in and look and make sure there's no clots. And for that part of the procedure, they didn't want to give me the propofol because of the AFib. Because when they start to do the shocking part of the procedure, they're not always quite sure how long that's going to take. They may have to do it more, a couple times to like get it to work. And they don't want you on the propofol for too long. So in order to like do the first part of the, looking down the esophagus, they put like some lidocaine on this big, like it looked like a wide, a popsicle stick, but it was much wider. And they put this lidocaine on it, and I had to put it in my mouth and bite down on it and like just hold it there to sort of start numbing the esophagus. It was disgusting. And they were telling me I was going to be awake for the part where they're, looking, in the heart to see if there's any clots. And I was like, oh, joy. But the anesthesiologist said, I'm just going to give you something to help you, to take the edge off, to relax you. Well, let me tell you, whatever he gave me to take the edge off, it put me right out. So I don't even remember them starting the procedure to go into the esophagus. I think I sort of came to a little bit in the middle of it, and he just gave me a little bit more, and I was back out again. And then after that they did the electrode conversion. I woke up and they were like, okay, you're all done, and everything was good. My heart was out of AFib and back to a normal heart rate of like 60 beats per minute. And I thought that part of it was all good, all done. And that all was well. Oh yes, waking up in the middle of an operation. Yeah, and you know what? Also, I've heard of is people sometimes like that they're aware when they're of what's going on when they're when they've been given anesthesia and they know what's going on. And I'm like, oh God, please never let that happen to me. So, the electroconversion bit went well. Went fine. So what they have to do then is, because anytime they do something with the heart, they have to make sure that you don't develop any clots, because it's possible when they, what are you doing, sir? I'm gluing my eyebrows down so I can draw new eyebrows for my drag look. So they have to put you on blood thinners, okay? So they have to put you on blood thinners in order to prevent any clots from developing. All right, I think we're going to do a little moisturizing now before we continue with the brows. This is some Bobbi Brown, what is it, magic cream or something like that. Vitamin enriched face base. I got this in like a BoxyCharm, I think, years ago when I had BoxyCharm, and I've never used any. Drag, huh? Yes, drag. Thank you, Debbie. So they have to put you on blood thinners to prevent any clots from developing. First, they have you on one in an IV form, because that type can be shut off instantaneously if you develop any problems. And then from there, they go to, if you do well on that, then they go to an oral blood thinner, such as Eliquis, which is what they put me on. So, like the electroconversion, that was a Tuesday, and I think it was, they had said, I was doing fine, and they had said that on that Thursday, they were going to let me go home. They let you do that in the mental hospital. Yes, all the residents here at the mental hospital do this. I think we should. I think we can block that one. He's gone. He's been blocked. Don't worry, everyone. I don't have the time, energy, or patience. And where's my primer? This is my favorite primer. The e.l.f. Poreless Putty. It's like one of the best primers you can get for makeup. And it's very inexpensive. So, thought everything was going well. It was the Thursday morning that I was supposed to be going home, and the plan was that I was going to go home, and in a couple weeks, I was going to come back. Hey, Ricardo, how are you? How are you? So, it's Thursday, 2 days after I had the electroconversion. I'm supposed to be going home. Oh, thank you for the rose. Oh, glad to hear you're doing well, Ricardo. I'm getting back to being myself. So, where was I? Yes, so I'm supposed to be going home that day. It's a Thursday. 2 days after the electroconversion. I go into the bathroom, and yes, well, I'm on Eliquis, and I think I'm on a very low dose, so it's I haven't really had any issues. So, but I'm probably not going to have to stay on the blood thinner. Probably just aspirin. All right. So I go into the bathroom, and I remember sitting on the toilet bowl, and then I don't remember anything else. Next thing I know, I'm coming to, and I'm being pulled like onto like my hospital bed, and there's a whole team of people around me again, and I'm like, thank you, oh, thank you for the finger heart. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but it turned out that the blood thinners opened up a massive ulcer in my duodenum, and I was having this this massive bleed, and I lost a couple pints of blood, and they had to do like an emergency endoscopy on me to cauterize and clip it, and I ended up getting, I think, about 12 pints of blood transfused to me over the course of my time there. So yeah, so they had to, like, they had to do this emergency endoscopy and all, and cauterize and clip to seal up the ulcer, which now meant that they had to stop the blood thinners. And, oh, you're a cardiologist, Jeff. Interesting. Yes, this is where we're getting to the good part. So they had to stop the blood thinners, and they had to wait and see for the bleeding to stop before they could put me back on the blood thinners, and which meant that I would have to, start with the one on IV. Then, if that was okay, then go back onto the oral one, and then if everything was okay, then I would finally be able to go home. So, a week passes. It's another Thursday, and they, the bleeding seemed to have stopped. They put me back on the blood thinners. It seemed like everything was okay. I was going to be going home again on this next Thursday. I woke up that morning, and I was using a CPAP machine that the hospital provided, which was horrible. And I got up out of the bed, and I went to turn the CPAP machine off, and then I don't remember anything. I woke up. Jeff, well, just to recap, went into the hospital for AFib, had an electroconversion, put on blood thinners, and opened up a bleeding ulcer in the duodenum, and had to have emergency endoscopy. So, now after the first endoscopy, we had to wait for the bleeding to stop, go back on blood thinners, seemed okay. This was a week after the first endoscopy. So I woke up, shut off the CPAP machine, and then the next thing I know, I came to, and I was on the floor. I don't know what, I passed out again. I was able to get up, and I got to the bathroom, and I was bleeding again, so which meant that the ulcer opened up again. And they had actually told me, the gastroenterology team had said, when you have an ulcer as bad as what I had, sometimes they're just unable to completely get it sealed all at once. And of course, that was the case with me. So, as soon as I saw what was going on, I called the nurse, and I said, I'm bleeding again. I said, I don't think I'm going home today. And he was like, left ventricular hypertrophy. I don't ever remember them using that term, but I guess that's what it was. That's what it was. They always just said AFib to me. But so apparently the ulcer had opened up again, and they had to get, stop the blood thinners. They had to get the gastroenterology team back in. And, what is that on your eyebrows? It is, I've glued them down with glue stick and covered them with powder. And we're going to be covering them up now with color corrector and foundation, all these good things for a drag look. That is what causes a... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. So, they had to do more tests and all, and they decided, they were going to have to, do another endoscopy to, re-cauterize and re-clip whatever opened up again. And this time, however, I was in a lot of pain. I didn't have like a lot of pain the first time, but this second time of the bleed was extremely painful. And just so everyone knows, I color correct the brows with orange to hide the dark color of the hair. So, yes, I was in a lot. I started, feeling a lot of pain from the second bleed, and it got really bad. It got really bad. I broke out into this like cold sweat. My husband kept like taking like paper towel and like dabbing my forehead because I was like sopping wet in like a cold sweat. The pain was agony, and the doctor, he fortunately saw that I was in, a lot of pain, and he said, we're gonna give you some painkillers. He said, I'm gonna prescribe an opiate. And yes, husband, we're married. You think that's funny? Oh, okay. Laugh at that. I don't have the time. Yeah, I don't have the time, patience, or energy for them. Let them go bother somebody else. Okay. So they ended up prescribing, giving me dopamine, 2 shots in each arm, but that's how bad the pain was. And within about 5 minutes, I was like, there was like no more pain. It was completely gone. And which is good, because they weren't able to do the endoscopy till like the very next morning. So at least I was able to get through the night. So once I had the lauded, I was like not feeling any pain. So next morning is, oh, thank you for the roses. Thank you. They did the second endoscopy, and of course that meant we start all over again. Have to wait for the bleeding to stop from the ulcer so that we can then start the blood thinners again. See how I do on that. Yes, they'll be even more gone. Wait till you see what's coming. This is just the first steps. So, did you play football, rough boy? They forced me to. I hate football. It's like the game makes no sense to me. Yes, in school, I was forced to play football. Hated it. I preferred square dancing in the plays. Okay, so how to go through that process of stopping the blood thinners, waiting for the bleeding to stop, starting the blood thinners again, and this time it seemed like it was, they did the trick with sealing the ulcer. Although they did end up doing a third endoscopy just because they wanted to go in and take a look. to make sure that it was really, that was healing up, and it was closed and all that. Yes, my husband was extremely worried, and that first day at the hospital, I was in there for 20 days. 20 days in the hospital. It was not fun. It was not fun. The other thing too, I'm 57. My father passed away from he had dementia, and that's basically what he passed from. He never had any heart issues. No one in my family ever really did. I don't know. They don't know why I did, why I do. They said sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. It's just the way your heart is. Because they tested me for everything to try and figure out what it was, but they couldn't. They could not figure it out. Mother, ovarian cancer. Now, I always like to use a little Krylon on the beard area. That's why you will never see any pictures of me with a 5 o'clock shadow coming through, because I go ham with foundation. Yes, thank you, Jeff. Yes, it was not a pleasant way to pass. All right. So where was I? So yeah, I was in the hospital for quite a long time, and most of the time that I was there, I couldn't eat. Like, either I just was so sick I couldn't eat, or if I was getting anything, they were giving me like a liquid diet. So I ended up like losing like 20 pounds during my stay. And when we finally got to the point where I was able to come home, and my husband brought clothes for me to put on to leave, they were like falling off me. You want the truth on AFib? Yes, please. I'm always interested to hear what anyone has to say about it. And maybe somebody watching this video would like to know. All right, what foundation are we gonna use today? We're gonna do a little Maybelline. So yeah, so that was one. Usually it's a case of something bigger going on at the scare. Well, Jeff, I also had a leaky valve, which the story isn't over yet. So I had to have a valve replacement. So that was the bigger issue. So, like I said, I lost like 20 pounds. The clothes were falling off me when my husband came to get me, which was kind of felt good, from the from the pandemic, having gained weight because of being home, not doing anything. So it was kind of nice to like come home and be able to wear a lot of my clothes that I had gained too much weight to wear. So I was sent home to like recover for a month from everything, and they had to do there's a lot of pre-surgical testing that had to be done, and I was scheduled, so it was like for a month after I released from the hospital, they scheduled the heart surgery. So, and this, I don't think you saw when I showed you before, showed it before, Jeff, but there's there's my little scar from the heart surgery procedure. So yes, so I had there was a lot of pre-surgical testing that I had to do, like ultrasounds and dental clearance, and there's a lot. There's a lot. It's not just, so many things have to be done before you have, like, heart surgery, because it's major. It's a major surgery. I mean, the only good thing about heart surgery, even though it is major, it's one of the more common surgeries performed today. So it's, it gets done a lot. So always get your neck. Always blend down the neck. You don't want to have like that line of demarcation. This foundation is a little bit darker than my regular complexion. I mean, I think you can see compared to my ears. You won't see my ears though. It'll be covered by a wig. But especially in video, I think it looks better to have the darker foundation. Need to know more about AFib? Well, Google it. Oh, that one's got to go. That one's got to go. They've got to go. Goodbye. Bye-bye. No, my husband doesn't do drag. He just does the wigs. He has no desire whatsoever to do this insanity that I do. But that's actually his business. He does wigs for drag queens, not just me. He does wigs for drag queens all over the country, believe it or not. All right, so October 13th comes, and that's the day of my surgery. So, I think I had to be there at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was so early. And what was discussed with my surgeon, I've been with my husband and I are together like 20 years now. We're together a long, long time. When they do a valve replacement, when they have to replace a valve, thank you, Jeff. When they have to replace a valve, there's two options. You can get a metal valve, which lasts forever. But if you get the metal valve, you're on really heavy-duty blood thinners like Coumadin and Wayfarin for life. And it's like, when you first have it done, it's like you have to go like every week and get your blood tested, and it's like very, it's not a lot of fun. It's just not a lot of fun. The other option, which is the option I went for, is the what they call a biovalve, and it's usually either a pig, cow, or even sometimes they might use a cadaver valve. Yes, I am healing well. Thank you. Oh, a mechanical mitral valve. Well, mine is the aortic valve. So my doctor likes to use the cow valves. So he said that's what he wanted to do for me, is replace the aortic valve with a cow valve. So that was what the plan was. And on October 13th, I went into the hospital, and had this surgery. They also had to do, hey, Ashley Jade, aka Anthony James World. I was telling everybody about our last time at Shabby Tabby when I thought I was gonna die, and I almost did die. Fortunately, we'll be back. Ashley Jade, aka Anthony James World, and I will be back at the Shabby Tabby on December 10th for a Christmas-themed painting with drag queens. Yes, you almost did have to catch me, girl. I thought you were going to have to pick me up off the floor. So, back to the story. October 13th, I go in, 5 o'clock in the morning, have to have the surgery, and, they had to, go in through the chest, and they replaced the valve, and they also did something called a maze procedure. Too early for the weird stuff on my feed. Then get the F out of here. Who needs you? Please. Give me a break. Like anyone cares. I almost died 3 times in the past few months. I don't have the time, energy, or patience for idiots like that. So, so they opened me up. They did the valve replacement, maze procedure. Maze procedure is, what they do is they do like an ablation, which sort of creates scar tissue. It helps to keep, you know what? They just have to go. Goodbye. Done with you. Idiots. So obviously, they have no life and a small penis. So, anyway, so I had everything taken care of. It's like a 5-6 hour long surgery. The valve replacement and all that. Just doing a little bit of contouring right now. So a little bit heavier on that side than this side. I don't remember anything about the surgery. I remember they brought me into the surgical room, the operating room, and I don't remember anything after that. I don't even remember them giving me the anesthesia. I just remember going in there, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up in the recovery room, and it was all over. Sorry, hard to talk when you're doing a nose contour. And my recovery went really, really good. Everybody was amazed at how quickly I recovered. I was up walking the very next day. I didn't even really have that much pain. They were had prescribed oxycodones for me, which, everyone knows is a really heavy-duty painkiller. And I was like, you know what? I said, the pain isn't really that bad. I said, I think I'd be just fine with, a couple Tylenol. And they're like, really? You don't want the oxys? I was like, no. I was like, just give me some Tylenol. And that's what they did. They just gave me some Tylenol, and I was fine. I was fine with that. And that stay was only a week. And the surgery was a Thursday, and I came home the next Wednesday. And I really, really was fine. Need some concealer. My kingdom for some. Oh, here we go, right in front of me. Yeah, it's you know, could probably blend a little bit more, but you know, there's more stuff that's got to go on. You know, it'll be fine. There's still like powder contouring and stuff like that to do. Yeah, so I came home from the hospital, and you know, I was like really worried when I was thinking about coming home from the hospital. I was like, I didn't know like what I was going to be like. Was I going to be like able to walk upstairs? Was I going to be, you know, in a lot of pain? And for the most part, I was okay. Hello, Colorado. I just like I've been okay, and the only thing is like I have to be careful about lifting anything. I have to be careful about that. Also coughing. No, girl, no gig. I'm just doing a video. Not ready to venture out into the world in full drag. It's, you know, but just to yeah, yes, just video and content. But I'm okay to like just sit here at my makeup table and, you know, just get back into doing the makeup. Oh, and here's a funny story for everyone. I'm using, when I do my eyeshadow today, I want to use this new palette that's called the Rebellious Nudes from Colored Rain. And when I tried to put that title in for the live, like TikTok like would not allow me to use it because of the word nudes, even though it's just makeup nudes. So I thought that was funny. So I had to like spell it N with like an ampersand, DES. So, but you can't use that word. And I've been pretty much okay since I came home, and I'm recovering well from my surgery, and my doctor said next week. He said, well, he said as far as he was concerned, you know, I can start performing again in December, which is what I will be doing. I have quite a few shows coming. Oh, thank you, Chaotic Cosmetics. We love Chaotic Cosmetics. Yes, Chaotic Cosmetics mirror. Right there. What else do we have? Chaotic Cosmetics hanging around. We have lashes, Chaotic Cosmetics lashes. And of course, there's the Bangin' Blush palette. It's so good. One of the best blush palettes you can get. I love this blush palette. Ashley Jade knows that Guilty is my favorite color. Yes, and I'm gonna, those duochrome lipsticks I need in every color. I want them in every color, girl. So have to have them. They will go well with my Deadly Dreamer palette. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I think it's over there. I still have the Brainwash palette near me. Love the Brainwash palette. See? 6 colors. Well, I need all 6. There's the Brainwash palette. So beautiful. So beautiful. I think my favorite color is Alien Files. Oh, look at that. Look at that shift. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Static Electricity, too. That one's so beautiful. Such beautiful duochromes. And I will be using the Deadly Dreamer palette for my highlight today. I'm going to try out some more of those highlight colors that are so beautiful. Chaotic Cosmetics, www.chaoticcosmetics.com. You hear the accent. I don't know how I've picked up like a Long Island. There's like the 2 of them. You can see them on my hand. They're so beautiful. I guess I've picked it up over the years of living here on Long Island, because I didn't always live on Long Island. A long time I lived in New Jersey. So, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, I think we can start working on some brows now. And I guess I'm going to use the Rebellious Nudes palette here. Let's see. Some of the shimmers in there are flaking. Let's see what will work. And this is why we have to glue brows down, so that I can make a thin, soft, feminine brow. And let me tell you, my brows have been such an evolution. Oh, my first brows were hideous. Hideous. Oh, when I look back at pictures and I see my old brows, oh. The old brows were so bad. And that's okay. I have to clean it up with concealer and all that. It's always the hardest thing is trying to get them even. I don't think these are. But you know what we can always do? Wear a wig with bangs. That's a great way to conceal brows that are somewhat uneven. Just wear a wig with bangs. Well, thank you for saying I'm slaying. Thank you. Thank you. So I was talking about my old brows. Yeah, my old brows were like so bad. Like I glued them down okay, but oh, I was so bad at originally when I was like drawing brows, at trying to create a new brow, they were so bad. So bad. I have this one picture, one of the first times I did drag, and I thought I was slaying it. I thought I was slaying it. Now when I look at it now, when I see the brows, I'm like, oh my lord! I looked like a Klingon. I looked like one of the, if you ever saw Star Trek Next Generation, they had those two Klingon sisters, Lursa and Betor, and that's what my eyebrows looked like. They were so bad, so bad. Then after that, I started doing. Sometimes I did my brows with a stencil, but I was never really crazy about those. And then I also, for a while, I had these wig brows that seemed like I didn't quite get these. That one's starting a little bit higher than that. But I think maybe if I just bring it in a little. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. I have to, still a lot of tweaking to do. Sisters, not twins. Mine. I doubt sometimes if they're even from the same gene pool. Let me assure you. Yeah. Brows are like one of the hardest things to do in drag. Like, eye makeup I've done, like, I feel like I'm really good at my eye makeup, but brows are still, they still trouble me from time to time, but it's okay. For the most part, I think unless somebody is like really like, getting right in your face, they're not gonna notice. Like, I think, from a distance, they're fairly equal. Also, you have to remember, our faces are not symmetrical. Eyebrows, your own natural eyebrows, are not symmetrical. They're slightly different. So I envy anybody who can, do the brows and they're like absolutely symmetrical. I cannot. I cannot. Just not that good. All right, so we need to just like a little bit of concealer, touch up on them. This one got a little bit too thick there. It's a process. It's a process. Yeah, eyebrows are, eyebrows are weird, and like you said, they grow all different kinds of ways. I haven't had my real boy brows done in forever. I actually messaged my esthetician, because I hadn't been to her in like so long, and I told her, I said, I didn't want you to think I stopped. I'm not coming to you anymore. I told her about everything that had happened to me with, my heart and all that. So she was like, oh, no, I understand. So, because I love her, I didn't want her to think that I stopped using her, which I haven't. I just, just with everything going on with my heart, it was just like, didn't need to deal with the eyebrows. That looks good. Let's do the other side. Just cut that a little bit there. I think I'm probably doing kind of a soft glam kind of look today. because this palette is very neutral. Oh, thank you, Lily. Thank you. We have a long way to go to get to Gorge, though, and hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully we'll get there. The top of that brow is a little wonky. Where is everyone from? Oh, Alaska. I feel like we're having Alaskan temperatures today here on Long Island. Oh, Connecticut. Connecticut, not far. I've performed in Connecticut a few times. And once we do that, I do like to take some concealer and soften the front of the brow. That looks really good. I'm happy with it. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. All right. So we need to prime the eyes. What should we use today? How about some Anastasia Beverly Hills primer? I haven't used this in a hot minute. Ooh, a lot came out. So do we have any makeup enthusiasts with us today? I usually always do these videos for YouTube, and then I end up converting them for TikTok by turning them into like a 60-second clip. But I don't have anything going on today. And I started early enough. So I figured I would just come on TikTok live to do my base. And maybe we'll just leave TikTok on while I'm doing the eyeshadow, if you're at all interested. Okay, we've got our Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I feel so fancy with my Anastasia. Ooh. There's a lot of primer there. Well, just blend it out, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. And personally, I always get, it always creases on me right there. Because I have these freaking hooded eyes. Nothing I can do. It's the eyes that I have. The eyes have it. So, but, hey, you know what? As I was saying before, I almost, since August, I almost died 3 times. So, all in all, everything considered, I'm not doing too bad. If a creasing eye primer is the worst thing that I have to deal with, I'm good with it. Honestly, I do know I have 3 people in our lives that ended up passing away, like in, you guess hooded eyes. They are a curse. They are a curse. A curse. And I hate the foundation on the lips. I hate that. Chapstick. It's not glue stick. This is a chapstick. There are 3 people in our lives, friends, who ended up passing away, like from a heart condition, in their sleep. And I'm like, when I think about that, that could have easily have been me. I could have gone in my sleep. And I have to be grateful, I guess, that that didn't happen to me. All right, so what I have to do now is I've got to put the camera on for YouTube. Bear with me. There we go. There we go. Turn that on. Sound. Are we on? What are you doing today? I'm just doing some makeup. Alright, why is that not on? There we go. What did it get by? I've got my Canon camera over there for YouTube and TikTok. You're here. I'm a multitasker. All right. Probably need to come in a little bit more for YouTube. I look much pinker on my camera monitor. Love the Ursula makeup. I wasn't going for Ursula. I don't think it's going to look like Ursula when it's done. So we're going for sort of a soft glam look today. But I look much pinker on my camera monitor than, and TikTok I look much more yellow. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so stick with me while I film for YouTube. You know, I'll still be going back and forth, but I want to also film for my YouTube. I'll be making a YouTube video of doing this look. And of course, you know, you can find me on YouTube at tonihomeperm. So if I start sounding weird, it's because I'm doing the filming there for YouTube. So let's find, probably gonna go in with a light transition color and just keep deepening up. I think I'm gonna try doing like sort of a soft cut crease today. Oh, thank you. My husband thinks I look adorable too. So bear with me while I sound weird. Okay, so I'm back. I glued my eyebrows down. I did my base foundation, new eyebrows, cream contour and highlight, and I put my eyeshadow primer down. I just grabbed my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I decided it would be good to try and use some of that up because it's been sitting around for quite a while. And of course, as I said in the intro, I'm using the Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes palette. It's not a new palette, but it's fairly new to my collection. And thought it would be fun to do a sort of soft glam. I'm going to try something different with the crease, like doing a soft cut crease instead of like that hard line. I don't know how it's going to work, how it's going to look, but that's the point of me doing this type of video, is to try out different techniques and looks, see if I like them. Where did I leave off? Okay, so here is the Rebellious Nudes palette. It's got this plastic thing that is a little annoying. I'm just going to start like very lightly and then just, you know, start deepening it up. And I'm going to start with this color. What is that? Hashtag Moods. I think that's a nice light transitioning kind of color. I'm just going to put that all in the crease with a big fluffy brush. Let's see how that looks. Also, I'm live on TikTok while I'm doing this. My TikTok people are here, and YouTube, you're here. So just so you know, that's what's going on. So we're gonna go in with this sort of light color with the big fluffy brush. I'm not setting tape down. I want it to be a very, very soft, kind of neutral look today. We'll see how that works. Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe you'll all hate it. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe you'll love it. Maybe we'll all love it. Maybe none of us will care. Hey, it's just makeup. As I always say, it's just makeup. And at the end of the day, you wash it off. It's not a whole lot to think about. Now, I do believe I used this palette one time before for a show, a performance. But I haven't used it on camera yet, so this is my first time using it on camera. For the longest time, I was only getting, you know, palettes that were extremely bright, extremely colorful, and yeah, I was very happy doing that. But now I just sort of feel like I've gotten way more into neutrals. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But it is what it is, I guess. So we're just gonna go with doing this very neutral colored look. I want to try and keep it kind of soft and blended, and hopefully it will work. This is a Kaleidos brush, by the way. So far, the shadow has gone on really nicely. Not patchy or anything like that. Built up pretty nicely. Although it's a fairly light color, so I don't expect it to be that pigmented. In my last video, I used the Colored Rain Thunder palette, that new blue palette of theirs, and wow, that was so pigmented. It was really, really good. And I liked the look that I did, but looking back afterwards, as is always the case, there's things I would like now I would do differently. But whatever. Hindsight is always 20/20. Okay, so I want to start deepening this look. So what am I going to go with? I'm going to go with this color. What Rules? Right there. Let's try that. Oh, that's a nice color. It's a really nice color. Sort of like a light cinnamon kind of a shade. When I saw this palette first, when it first came out, I was like really taken with the color story and everything, and I wanted to get it, but I've been on kind of a low buy, so I didn't pick it up when it first came out. But then I think I saw it was on sale or something, or I had a really good code, and oh, it's on my nose there. Oh, blend it away, blend it away. So I didn't pick it up first thing, but then when I saw the sale or the code, I said, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up. I think before that I only had one other Colored Rain palette. I think it was from the Power collection. But I was really impressed with the quality of the eyeshadows in it. So I said, what the hey? And as I said, I've been feeling more and more in like a neutral kind of a mood. I think that's building up really, really nicely. By the way, YouTube, if you see me talking over there, it's because I'm talking to TikTok, as I said before. I'm on a TikTok live. Oh, is there somebody that we have to block? Any comments I don't like it's just immediate block. I don't fool around. I don't fool around TikTok. If I see something I don't like, bye-bye. Don't have the time. Okay, what color are we going in with next as we deepen this? Let's see. That may be a little too reddish. I think I'm gonna go in with this color, Big Girls Don't Cry. You identify as invisible. You are transparent and your pronouns are who, where. Well, I don't mind any pronoun as long as I'm not called they, them, because it makes me feel fat. Okay, so now I'm going in with Big Girls Don't Cry. We're deepening the look. Taking it on the other side. We all got jokes. Yes, we all got jokes. As my mother always said, you can choose to either laugh or cry in this world, and I'd rather laugh than cry. Okay, that's deepening. Okay, we're gonna have to go quite a bit darker than that, I think, but it's okay. I'm gonna build this. I'm sort of building this up slowly. I want the blend to be nice. I'm trying to like not have like harsh lines or anything like that. This does have a black in it, but I don't think I want to go. I don't think I want to go all the way into the black. There's a really deep chocolate that I think I will use as the darkest tone for this look. I think that's looking, excuse me, I think that's looking good. Smaller brush for, am I going into the darkest color now? Yeah, why not? So this color, I'm speaking this really, really dark chocolate. That's what we're going in with. Ooh, I've got an itch right there. When you got all this makeup on, you can't scratch your face. The only thing you can do is tap. Okay, so I'm going in with a smaller brush. What is this? Oh gosh, this is an old Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush, but it should be fine. So we're going in with this smaller brush and that color I'm speaking. And I'm going to be going back and blending all of these out again, as I always do. That's coming along. It's like slowly, you know, getting built up and getting, you know, darker for the outside corner there. I do want to get darker than this though. So we're going to continue to build that up, especially on that outside edge. And then, of course, I'll be going back and blending with all the lighter colors. Thank you for the hearts. That is looking pretty good, although I don't know. I may go in with a little bit of the black. I just might. I might mix the chocolate and the brown together, and I think I am. I'm just gonna go a little bit darker and deeper. than what I have. Yeah, that made quite a difference. Still requires quite a bit of blending, but I still want to make sure I have that depth there. And that was one of the things that I really liked about the color story of this palette, was it went really light to really dark. Oh, excuse me. Does your wife mind you using her makeup? This is my makeup. And I don't have a wife, I have a husband. I am Toni Homeperm, the singing diva of Long Island, okay? Oh, I accept your apology. I thought you might have been being sarcastic. We've had a lot of nasty comments, but yeah, all my makeup, it's all mine, all purchased by me. Oh well, Carol Dunn. You want to know why the hell the men put on makeup? Why the world is so messed up, honey? Men have been putting on makeup for hundreds of years. Go back to hundreds of years when men used to powder their face and put on rouge and things like that, and they wore wigs. Okay, honey, it's nothing new. Get over yourself. And now that I've told you off, I can block you. Oops. Accidentally followed her. Hit the wrong button. Accidentally started following her. I meant to block her, but now I unfollowed and then blocked her. Oh, it's like, no, don't these people have anything better? Doesn't she have anything better to do? Doesn't she have kids she should be dropping off at soccer practice? Doesn't she need to be going to Target and picking up dish detergent? I'm sure there's plenty of better things that she could be doing. Okay, so I did get some nice depth there, but I want to soften it a little bit. I'm going back with that chocolate color. I'm just going to blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. What are we saying? Someone like that would not be that active in her kid's life. No, probably not. She should be, but she's probably, wasting her time on TikTok, like, harassing people. I mean, I waste plenty of time on TikTok myself, but I don't do it to harass people. I watch the videos, and if I see something I like, I click the heart button. If it's something I don't like, I pass it by. So, okay, so I have a pretty good start here of the colors that I've laid down. Some nice lightness and depth of color. So what I'm going to do is just continue to blend all this, go back in with the colors that I've already used, and just try to create a more seamless blend, and then I'll be right back after that. Okay, so now I stopped the YouTube because I don't bother going in and showing everybody. Thank you, Matthew. Yes, I'm just an artist. This is part of my art, So I'm going to go back in with all the same colors I used at the start. Blend everything out nice and seamlessly. That's our lightest shade. Yes, I do YouTube. Yes, Kitty Cat Princess. I do YouTube more than TikTok. But the irony is I have more followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube. So, you know, I'm thinking I should just concentrate more on TikTok than YouTube. I mean, I won't stop YouTube because I like to do my long form videos, but whatever, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, the transformation. I find the transformation very interesting too. That's why I like to watch other drag artists makeup videos. I like to see that transition and the transformation. One of the best things that I enjoy about drag is when I meet somebody who has only known me, like, you know, as boy, not as a drag queen, and like they don't know who I am. If I can fool somebody, I mean, well, not fool them, but you know, like it happened to me like a few times, like an acquaintance of ours. I saw them at on Fire Island, and I was in drag. I was doing the drag invasion, and I saw him, and I went up to him. I was like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And he looked at me, and he was like, "Fine." And I was talking, and his boyfriend was with it. And I'm like, "Oh, how are you two doing?" And you know, just trying to talk, and they were like, uh-huh. And then I finally said, "You have no idea who I am, do you?" And they were like, "No." And when I told them, "It's me, Toni," and they were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's you." I mean, these are two people that like we actually like we've, you know, gone to like, you know, been at some of the same parties, had a Thanksgiving together once, and they like had no clue that it was me. And I knew the one guy's mother, and like he's like, "Oh, I gotta take a picture. I gotta send it to my mother. She's not gonna believe this. She's gonna be stunned." It's like, okay, let's do it. Uh, all right, now we're gonna go in with some more of that chocolate color. Yeah, I think we've gotten some. I think that gave me some nice colors here. That looks a little unblended there. And of course, the thing is, this is on top of my natural eyebrow, so it's not perfectly smooth. Even though I tried to smooth it out as much as possible with the glue, there's always going to be some texture, which it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not the one to shave off their eyebrows. No. Okay, so I'm going to take that smaller brush and dip into a little bit of the chocolate and the black. You know, one of my favorite YouTubers for makeup videos was Miss Fame from Drag Race, and I learned quite a lot watching her videos. But she doesn't. Yes. Oh, the Bob Ross of makeup. Oh, I need to throw in some happy little trees on my eye. I loved Bob Ross. He was so relaxing to watch too. You know, you just watch him doing his paintings, and he was so calm and serene. Loved him. Gonna have to go back and go in with some of the lighter colors. I think. But we've gotten some nice depth from this palette. Anyway, Miss Fame. I loved her makeup videos. Loved them. But she doesn't do makeup videos anymore. I don't know what happened. A bit more of that chocolate there. And there. And we're going to go in some of the lighter tones. I'm just trying to make a really soft blend. I hope it's looking soft and blended. I think it is. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Sorry I'm being quiet at the moment. I'm just really trying to like get that blend to where I want it to be. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get. Excuse me. All right, so I think we're gonna turn the YouTube camera on and continue filming for Man Up. Yeah, why don't you man up? You think doing drag is easy? Man up. Kiss my behind. You're blocked. Man up. Let me tell you, there's very few men that are able to do what I'm able to do with the makeup, the padding, corseting, walk in high heels, and entertain. He needs to man up. Probably sits on his behind and drinks a six-pack and burps and belches and thinks that makes him a man. I'm not in the mood for them today. I'm not in the mood. It's just instant block. Okay. Top cop, you know what I have to say to you? I don't need forgiveness, okay? I'm good. And you are out of here, top cop. Kiss my behind. We're on a... Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Haters are they're out in full force today, huh? Well, fortunately, that's what the block button is for. All right, so I'm just going to start. YouTube camera up again. And your granny is in TikTok. Are you referring to me as your granny? Because your granny could never be this sexy. Okay. So I'm back. I just continued working on my blending, and I think it's okay. So what I want to do now is I want to do like a soft cut crease. I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to try it. I want to try it just to see. So I'm going to take some NYIiiice glitter primer. Okay. And I'm going to lay this down on the... Well, maybe your granny should be mean to you. That's probably what you want. And a good spanking. Okay, so I'm going to lay some glitter primer down on the lid, sort of like doing a cut crease with the glitter primer, and then I'm going to put the shimmer on top of that, and we'll see how it looks. I'm hoping it'll give me like a soft kind of cut crease look. I mean, I've done many cut creases, and the thing about them is it's a hard look. It's a hard look. So I'm trying to just try something a little bit different today, instead of doing a hard cut crease. So what colors are we going in with? I have been doing drag for like over 5 years now. Sad world. Yeah. You know why it's sad, Herrera K? It's sad because you are in here, in this world. That's why it's sad. And goodbye. We're on a run right now with the haters. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I did my cut crease with the glitter primer, and I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this Rebel with Applause, and then with Ms. Understood. We're gonna see how that looks. Yes, a lot of negativity. More like 50 years. Well, I'm over 50, Mr. Dark Knight, and I think I look a hell of a lot better than you for being over 50. And now we say goodbye to Mr. Dark Knight, and we don't thank you for being in our life. Anywho, okay, so picking up some of Rebel with Applause. And we're going to lay that down on the lid. And we're going to see how that works. Okay. Now we're going to go in with Misunderstood. Looks really bright and shimmery. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I got to show it to TikTok. See, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That shimmer. Oh. Really beautiful. My foundation is a combination of a few things. I put my Krylon paint stick down on the beard area, and then I use just some Maybelline Superstay in, I think this is Sun Beige, on top of that. Being that I am a drag queen slash female impersonator, I wanna hide my beard, you know. Yes, this eyeshadow is great, and like I said before, it's the Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes, and I believe it's on sale right now. And it's a really, I mean, so far the palette is terrific. I have nothing bad to say about it. The matte's really good, and the shimmer is really nice, especially this Misunderstood. And that is just, it's beautiful. It really is. Look at that. Look at that shimmer. Do you like Adam Lambert? Yes, I do like Adam Lambert. Yes, it's amazing how I cover those boy brows, right? You wouldn't even know they existed. Thank you. Oh. I think I'm just gonna try, just for fun, just take a little bit on the finger and just see what that does. Yeah, it's a little bit more intense doing that, although you can't really get into crevices and corners and things, but I think that's really nice. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Okay, so I think I really like this sort of soft cut crease that I did with just using my my glitter primer. So I'm going to do the same on this side, and I'm going to do a little bit of liner work, and then we'll be right back to do the under eye. Stay tuned. Yeah, I used the purple glue stick to cover the brows. You have to make sure that you clean the brows off with alcohol. You know, you got to put a lot in. I work it in with a spoolie, and I flatten it with I use like a popsicle stick, and I do a lot of layers and powder in between. So it's a process. It's a whole process. But if that doesn't work for you, you could always use this stuff, Prosade cream, if the glue stick doesn't work for you. This is like a surgical grade adhesive. Like once this is in, it's no amount of sweat will make it come out. You just have to use like some sort of oil to get it out of the brow hairs, like Albaline makeup remover, that'll get it out. Any kind of an oil, coconut oil will work. Also, there's this stuff called Telesis. It's a prosthetic adhesive remover. It comes in a little spray bottle, and you can spray that on. Don't get any in your eye. Always be careful of anything you do with your eye area. But you could spray that on the Pros-Aid, and then you sort of have to scrape it down and work it out of the brow hairs. But there are always ways to cover those brows. You can always find a way to cover the brows. All right, so we're going to do the shimmer on the other side. I really like how that came out. I think it looks really nice. I thought it would be a softer crease, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It did save me a lot of time from having to do like a cut crease. So maybe this is a technique that I will continue to use in the future. Because it did save me quite a bit of time. Because normally, as I was saying, I do a cut crease. And sometimes I'm doing the cut crease, then I'm putting something else on top of it as a base, and then I'm putting glitter primer on top of that. And this was sort of a one and done. Just cut with the glitter primer. And so we're going in with that. Rebel with applause. I have to soften that outside edge. What's that, Sharon? You went to a bar one night, not knowing it was Drag Queen night, was amazed, wanted the makeup tips, yes. Well, you know, this is drag makeup. You know, it's drag makeup is, you know, it's almost like clown makeup in a way. You know, sometimes I feel that it's like I'm almost doing like, you know, in some respects, it's almost like clown makeup. You know, there's some things you can take away from drag for like ordinary, everyday wearable makeup, but let's face it, for the most part, this is drag makeup. You wouldn't be going into the office looking like this. Oh, maybe some offices. Oh, that looks really nice. It's so shimmery. It's a really beautiful shimmer. Misunderstood. I'm just gonna put a little bit on with the finger. It's a little bit of fallout with it, but I think it'll just brush away. And I just wanna, oh, thank you for the rose, Hope. Oh, Sharon, would you go into the office looking like this? I want to come to your office. Sometimes I do very bright, bold drag makeup too. Depends on my mood. All right, so we need to just sort of blend that outside edge a little bit. It's a little rough, a little too rough. And a little bit on the other side. But I think that's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not hating it. I am not hating it at all, which is a good thing. Okay, we need to do a little bit of liner work for a little definition. I mean, I wanted like soft glam, but you know, it's still drag. I need to touch that up a little bit, maybe. See, when I don't have a show to do, I can nitpick as much as I want. Good enough. I mean, you can just like tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak and never get finished. So we're just gonna do a little bit of black liner. Always thing about doing a little liner is it's like I'm always worried it's like you're gonna like accidentally mess up the look. I think for the inner corner I need liquid, a little bit of liquid liner. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll work. I think you can see, like, just putting that little bit of black and in the inner corner, it gives, you know, a lot of definition to the eyes. So let's go back to our felt tip liner. Oh, thank you, and have a good day at work. Thank you for tuning in. Clown? I don't know what you mean by clown. No, he does not do drag. He does the wigs, though. That's actually his business. He does wigs for drag queens all over the country. All over the country. I gotta actually pack up a wig for him tomorrow and ship it out. Are you a performer in a circus? Do I look like a performer in a circus? I'm a drag queen, honey. Get with it. Okay, I think I'm okay with that line of work. I can live with it. I did get quite a bit of fallout here. Such is life. Where's my other sponge? Where are you from? Long Island. Why would you choose that? I didn't choose it, honey. I was born this way. Get over it. You ever heard the Lady Gaga song? Born This Way? Welcome to the 21st century. Jesus. Yes, the Superstay Foundation it's not expensive, and this stuff is great. It is great. As far as like a full coverage foundation goes, for drugstore, this stuff is the bomb. Okay. All right, I think we're good to do the under eye now. So we're going to turn YouTube back on. The YouTube camera, that is. Come on. Okay, so I did the shimmer on the other side, and I touched up both sides with the shimmer and the shadow, and I'm really happy with how it looks. Now I've got to do the, smoke out the under eye. Oh, someone on TikTok is asking me, is your whole wall behind you the trees? It's a backdrop. It's vinyl. It's not real. Do I ever come to Cincinnati? No, I have to say that I'm not big on travel. I'm a homebody. I have 2 cats that I don't like to be away from. I hated, like, when I was in the hospital for like 20 days and then another week after that. I didn't like being away from my cats. So I scared you. Ooh. Scary. Spooky. Okay, so yes, so top of the eyes, I feel is done. Actually, there's one little thing I want to do. You know what I want to do? I want to take some of that Misunderstood, that beautiful shimmer. I want to put it right there at the brow bone, or the pseudo brow bone, just for a little bit of highlight. I don't know if it's showing up there that well. I think you can see it. Okay, so We're gonna smoke out the bottom of the eye, and I'm gonna go in with that dark chocolate color called I'm Speaking, and we're gonna smoke out at the outer edge with that. And then with the more mid-tone color called What Rules. And I like how that looks. I think what I need to do is some white in the waterline, my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and the color Milk. It's a little dirty. Look how that opens the eye up. Look at that. Now on the other side. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it for the eyes, except for mascara and false lashes. So what I'm going to do is hop off camera from YouTube. You still got me, TikTok. And I'm going to finish off the rest of the face. And when I come back to you, YouTube, you will get to see the finished drag look. So stay tuned. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. Oh, and who is that who said my makeup is perfect? Venus? Thank you. I'm happy with it. Believe me, it's not perfect. There's a lot of imperfections, but you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. So yeah, I think that's it for the eyeshadows. If you just joined, I used the Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes palette to do this eye look today, and it's a beautiful nude palette. It's beautiful shimmers, and it goes from like very light to dark black, and you know, these gorgeous chocolates. So, and I think it's on sale right now on the Colored Rain website. I think for like $7. It's a ridiculously low price. Just gonna do a little mascara. Don't need a lot on the top because we're gonna have who make that palette? Colored Rain, COLOURED, Rain, RAINE, and you can find them on the web, www.coloredrain.com. And like I said, believe the palette is on sale for $7, or like if you're ordering from them for the first time, you get a discount. So I gotta do this under eyelashes. It's a really good palette if you like nudes, and especially nudes that are really pigmented with some beautiful creamy reflective shimmers. You can't go wrong with this palette. I'm really glad I picked it up. I think my mascara might be drying up. They don't last forever. So maybe time for a trip to Ultra. I love this, the Essence Lash Princess. It's inexpensive and it works so good. I mean, I've tried lots of different mascaras and I found this to be one of the best. I know, like Lancome makes a really good one, but it's very expensive, and I don't think it's better than this. Yeah, actually, you know, for a guy, I've been told that my lashes are pretty thick and full. You know, even though with drag, I still, you know, put on a false lash. As a guy, I've had many women tell me, "Oh, I wish I had lashes like yours." I guess I was just blessed. I did get some fallout from that shimmer, but, you know, it is what it is. Maybe if I sprayed it, it would have not had the fallout. But whatever, I don't hate it. What kind of mascara? It's the it's Essence Lash Princess. You can get it at Ulta. Usually it's on sale for like $4 or $5. It's very inexpensive. I use the waterproof because I'm doing drag. Also, my eyes are tend to be very watery, so. But you don't have to get you can get, you know, the regular kind. You don't have to get the waterproof if you're so inclined. Oh, that was a big boo-boo. Another big boo-boo. I usually don't do that. I got the mascara on my lid. Right there, a big blob. Okay. Can you just stop with the heavy makeup that women don't usually wear? No, I can't. And if you don't like it, let me tell you, I'm more man than you will ever be, and more woman than you will ever have. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Confirm. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. These people. Bear with me. I think I have to plug my phone in. It's getting low on power. There we go. Lash Princess is awesome. Yes, it's like one of the best mascaras you can buy, and it's not expensive. Okay, now we gotta do something about that big blob of mascara. If you accidentally get some mascara, oh, thank you, Zelda. Thank you. Oh, protect the kids. Oh my God, protect the kids. Oh dear, protect the children. Honey, kids have been seeing men wearing makeup for decades, centuries. Get over yourself and get the hell out of here. Blocked. Ay. Okay, you get a blob of mascara, you just take a spoolie, wait till it's dry, and just brush it away. I have to go back in my shadow a little bit. Fake lashes, I mean, they take a little bit of getting used to put them on, but they create such a dramatic effect. You know, especially if you're going out for a special occasion, for a special event, something like that. I got on a bit heavier than I wanted. Well, that's why we have concealer to fix things. Just take a little bit of concealer and a little brush. And we just tap, tap, tap away. Just gonna let that dry a little bit. Okay. I think that's it for the mascara. So just a little bit more. Oh, concealer. Yeah, concealer. Well, I use a lot of different ones. I use Tarte. LA Girl Pro Conceal. I have so many concealers. NYX, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I've got so many. I think I've got a Makeup Revolution one. To be honest, most stuff works okay on me. I'm just lucky that way. I've never really had anything that didn't work on me well. Okay. Well, the eyes are looking, I think I'm happy with them. All right. On to contouring. Hello, Gina. And I tell you, I need a new contour kit. I've got to get a new contour kit soon. This is I've hit pan on everything in here, basically. It's a BH Cosmetics. I should probably just get another one of those. I think they're having Black Friday sales. All right, so yes, time to contour the face. Contouring is so important for drag because it really changes how your bone structure looks. Oh, usually I do my nose first. I don't know why I didn't do the nose first. Hello, Mayhem. What is that you're using to contour? It's my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Concealer Highlight Palette. And I think this was a brush from BoxyCharm, but I like it because it's very oval. Let's see. Nose contour. Some white. I think my nose contour went a little off center. Oh well. Things happen. Just go back in with the contour brush. And touch up. Now I also want to go in with trying something a little bit different with nose contour today. Lost my plug. There we go. Trying to make contour a little softer on the sides. I don't know if we're accomplishing that. Well, it is what it is. I could go on and on and on with the nose contour for days, but whatever. Let's just keep going. Okay. Some cheek contour. Make it look like we have cheekbones. There you go. See? Instant cheekbone. Hey, LaBelle. How are you, girl? I'm just doing some makeup for fun today. Well, actually, I've been doing a YouTube video. I will be joining LaBelle at the warehouse November 27th. That's the Sunday next weekend, right after Thanksgiving. She has put together a Golden Girls bingo brunch, and I will be doing Sophia Petrillo, and my good Judy, drag daughter Tomcat, will be Dorothy, and we'll also have Bella Noche there. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just contour away that double chin. Who needs plastic surgery? Well, there are some things I wouldn't mind getting. Yes, it's a great contour palette. BH Cosmetics, they make some great contour palettes. Getting excited to see the end. Yes, thank you, LaBelle. November 27th at the Warehouse, Long Island, Amityville, New York. A golden drag brunch. I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm pulling out all my Sophia shenanigans for that. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so the contouring is good. We're going soft on it today. Doing everything kind of soft. All right, now we need to do some highlighting with the lighter colors in here. It's all about creating that illusion. Thank you for the roses. Use the makeup to redefine the structure of the face. It's almost scientific in a way. Oh, well, thank you, Lindsay. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of things about drag makeup. I mean, you can apply to everyday makeup. And of course, you know, you just don't do it as you know, heavily as me, but it would still work. Okay, that's looking good. Especially the contouring and highlighting is a great way to minimize features that you don't like and maximize things that you do. For me, the contouring and highlighting is a way to make the face look more feminine. Because I consider myself a drag queen, sort of female illusionist. Yes, absolutely about what we do is for the stage. But you can sort of take some of the things and tweak them for real everyday makeup. I mean, not obviously not as heavy as this. I mean, as Labella said, this is for the stage. I mean, this really is for the stage. And I think if I was doing a performance, this look would be great. I think I'd be very pleased with it. But you could certainly modify it for a real world look, everyday makeup kind of a look. Or maybe, you know, special occasion, maybe you're going out. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is coming up. You know, you always want to do like more dramatic makeup for New Year's Eve. You know, so you could just take some of these techniques and sort of apply them to that. Just doing as heavy-handed as me. Well, obviously, if you know, you're not covering a beard, you're not trying to change a male face. Yes, you would definitely not do such heavy makeup in reality. Absolutely not. And if you're a female, whether cisgender or trans, whatever it may be, and you don't have like beard to cover up, like I do, I mean, you can get away with, you know, much lighter foundation. So I didn't want to say like, oh, if you're a real girl or a real woman, I don't want to, like, you know, misgender anyone or, you know, make anyone think that I'm being transphobic or anything like that. So, but for me, I've got to cover up beard, so it's got to be super heavy. Let's leave it at that. If you don't have beard, you don't have to be so heavy with it. All right, now, blush. Getting into some blush, and I think I am going to use my favorite, which is the Guilty, that corally color. I can't help it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I love putting blush on because it breathes color back into the face. You know, I love putting the blush. My mother taught me this, actually. Well, you know, she didn't teach me, but I always saw her, you know. Yes, if you want, yes, you could wear this much, Lavelle. It is a choice. Choices. But yeah, I mean, somebody, you know, if you want to wear this for, you know, everyday makeup look, I mean, you certainly could. I would never stop anybody. I tell everybody, live your best life. You know what? If you wanna apply the makeup this heavy and go to Walmart, do it. Live your best life and be happy, because you only got one life to live. Okay, but look at how beautiful that blush is. See what a difference it makes? And, you know, and blending it into the contour and up, beautiful. Just love blush. Contour techniques and highlighting, never cleared how to actually apply and where. Yes. Well, the thing is, like, well, for drag, we're trying to create a more feminine face. So, you know, you want to do, like, you know, you want to sort of diminish the forehead. You want to use it to sort of create cheekbones, soften the jawline. I also like, you know, under here to contour away the double chin, you know, on the nose to make the nose seem smaller. And the other areas you want to highlight, like you sort of want like a sort of a triangular effect for your highlight, and like the outer edges you want to contour. What's that? Who are doing what first? What did I miss? Anyway, I love to work the blush up there. And lately I've been putting a little bit on the nose. Just because. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, I need to do some highlight. Hold on. I gotta grab my Deadly Dreamer palette. I'm going to use a highlight out of there. Here we go. Yes. One of my newest palettes from Chaotic Cosmetics, the Deadly Dreamer palette. www.chaoticcosmetics.com. Same maker as my blush palette. This is the Deadly Dreamer palette. And it's got a mirror, which I'm not going to blind you with. Here's the palette. And these down here, they're like toppers and highlighters. So I'm going to try and see which color. I think I used Out Cold in another video. Obsessive. Wake Me Up is very pink. That's very purple. Actually, Obsessive looks a lot like the shimmer on the lid. So I think I'm going to use that for the highlight. And we need a highlight brush. And what I like to do when I'm doing highlight is I like to put some setting spray down. So we're going to do that. By the way, this is my own setting spray. I make it myself. I think it's vegan glycerin, witch hazel, and distilled water. Okay. Which one are you using? Obsessive. Okay, and I just like to put some right there on the upper cheekbone. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look how reflective. Love it. Beautiful. And there's like no cast. It's like invisible until I turn my head and the light hits it. That's what you want in a highlight. Okay, I think I'm going to put a little bit right there. A little bit there, and just a little bit on the tip of the nose. Looking good, looking good. I'm happy with it. Okay, we need to do some lashes. Oh, let's find some lashes. Lashes. I don't know why I have such a frog in my throat. Oh, I think I want to break out a new pair. those, or do I want these? I think I want these. Okay. I'm gonna use these. I just picked these up at a local beauty supply, and they were like $2.99. They're so cheap. And I'm just gonna pop them open. Come on. Oh, jeez. This packaging. Lady LaBelle is very pretty. She just finished up a run. She played Lola in Kinky Boots here on Long Island. A very successful run. And she does all kinds of shows. And actually, come this April, she will be co-hosting one of the biggest drag shows that we have here on Long Island. The Long Island Gay Men's Chorus's annual drag cabaret. And I cannot wait for that. That's going to be April 22nd here on Long Island. We're going to do a 70s theme for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just putting... Yep, April 22nd. Using my Duo lash glue. I think I need a new one of these. I definitely need a trip to Ulta. The staples. Okay. Let that lash adhesive dry just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, now we're ready to put the lash on. I usually like to put the outer edge of the lash. I like to set it a little bit higher than my real lash. It sort of gives a lift. See? There we go. See what a difference the lash makes? Actually, LaBelle, it's at the VFW in Sayville. That's where the Chorus Cabaret will be April 22nd. The VFW in Sayville. And there we go. Look at that. Look what a difference the lashes make. Okay. Well, what else? Oh, duh. I didn't do my lips. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm done. She has no lips. I think. Should I use this color? Yeah, why not? I have this. I got this from Colored Rain when I got that palette, and it's a beautiful, deep, dark, reddish brown chocolate lip. And I think that might be nice to do with this look. Do I have another one? Wait, I think I have another one. Oh, okay, not colors that I think I want to use. I think one's a dark green and one's a, yeah, they're like green colors. I don't want to do a green lip with this. Oh yes, see what the lashes make such an incredible difference once you put those lashes on. And I'm going to be putting contacts in, and it'll be an even more dramatic pop. honey mustard. No. I could use the honey mustard with. I don't know. I think we're going to go with that sort of chocolatey brown. Let's see. We need a lip liner. Let me find a lip liner that'll go good with that lipstick. One of these should work. Let's see. It's the NYX. It'd be okay. And AOA. I think the NYX. Okay. My lips are from the foundation. Yuck. Yuck. All right. I always put some lipstick on before I do my lip, because I usually always use liquid lipstick, because as a performer, we're talking, I'm singing, and I don't want to get lipstick on my teeth. I don't want it smearing around. So the best thing for me is a liquid lipstick. And I like to overline the lips. You know, make it look like they were just plumped up. No, I don't have a show tonight. I'm just doing some videos. Okay, that's good enough. Let's try the lipstick. I'm gonna ombre it quite a bit. I'll just use some concealer, I think. It's a beautiful color. Oh, that went a bit higher than I wanted it to, but oh well. Yes, another dude putting on makeup on TikTok. As opposed to what? All the dudes popping pimples on TikTok? Everything gets done on TikTok the same over and over and over. Give me a break. have nothing better to do with their lives. Go watch the pimple popping guy, or the one who's always going on about, the ones that are always going on about, you know, how horrible their job is. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with them doing that, but I mean, there's hundreds of those. What is there on TikTok that's unique? It's looking good. Now we got an ombre. I don't know. I don't know. They must have nothing better to do with their lives, the trolls, I swear. They just don't have anything better to do with their lives. So, whatever. And we're going to ombre this out with a little concealer. It's looking a little bit more purple. I wanted it to be more brown, but oh well. I don't hate it. I mean, it's a good color. It's a good color. I'm just wondering if I would have been better off with more of a nude, but I like it. You know, usually I like a bold color on the lips, especially for drag, because people are watching your mouth, you know, especially, you know, as a singer. No, I'm not going to change it now. It's too much work. It's too much work to change it. My God. No, we can't. We can't. No, I'm happy with it. And last but not least, because I think I forgot to do this. The last time I did the video, I think I forgot my beauty mark. I couldn't believe it. So I take a little nail tool and some liquid liner. Just put the liquid liner on that. Just gonna make a dot. And there you go. Instant beauty mark, perfectly round. All right, well, TikTok live. I think that's it. I've gone as far as I can go with you, because I need to go and Julius, I fucking hate kids. Idiot. Kids, stay away from kids. Keep the fucking kids away from me. Please. That idiot's been blocked. I don't really hate kids, but they're fine from a distance. Okay, I don't want diapers and drooling and they're sticky and the noise. Oh, it's like I'm fine with them from a distance. Okay. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so I've done everything with my makeup that I want to do. So I'm gonna sign off now, because I gotta, do my clothing and wig and all that, contacts, and finish up my YouTube video. So if you want to see the completed drag look, 100% complete, then be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and the video with the completed look will be out sometime next week, probably around Wednesday. And I thank you everyone who stuck with me while I played around with my makeup. And I'm going to try to do these more often, just for fun. So thank you everyone. Everyone have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you watched and you weren't following me, please consider following me, and subscribe to me on YouTube too. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna sign off. If I can figure out where to sign, I always forget where to sign off on here. I think it's up there. Okay, so I am ending the live, and thank you everyone, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.